Hey, I just want to talk a little bit about this evidence assignment and make sure it's clear how to proceed with that. So if you were in class, you probably got an actual physical copy of this evidence, this article, and so you don't need to do a separate one online. If you prefer to do it online, I find it easier for some people, but if you're working online, this is the way to do it. So what I want you to do is go ahead and look at the information on evidence, make sure you have those notes, and if you haven't taken those notes, the video will be posted on the same assignment link so you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the different types of evidence. Now, we want to take a look at it and we want to annotate it in Notability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open it, and I'm going to go ahead and hit this export button over here. That'll open it up in Docs. Now, this is my document, so if you wanted to use it, you'd need to make a copy of it. But instead of just making a copy of it and putting comments in, go ahead and hit the 3 dots in there and then go down to Share and Export. So if you go to Share and Export, you can send a copy. So if you have Notability on your iPad, you can send your copy to Notability, and it's going to send it in PDF format. So I'm going to prepare the PDF here. And then I'm going to select from my list Notability. And again, if you don't have it, you need to make sure you have Notability as an app in order to do this, obviously. So if I'm sending it to Notability, I'm doing this, and I can add it to my last one, which I've actually already done. But I'm going to go ahead and create a new note. And when I do that, I've organized my things. So the notes title in there, and then I have a folder for this class that I'm using, so that I'm going to put it in that class already. So I'm good there. And I'm going to go ahead and hit import. It was sent there, so now it's done. And then it's just going to take me back here. So to go and actually look at the article, I'm going to go ahead and go into Notability, and you can see the article I've done, but here's the article I just loaded in. And now I can go in and I can annotate this information. So if I want to go in and find different types of evidence, then I can start looking through here. And so I might choose yellow for a particular type of evidence, and as I read through the article, I've got right off the bat here in the second paragraph, I've got a little expert testimony. And so then you might go ahead and annotate that. Now, one of the things that's interesting about this example of expert testimony, we've got one expert. We didn't give any credentials. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the information is bad. It just means that we're going to need more before we verify it. Now, if you are interested in where the actual information comes from, you can follow that link, or you can follow the links that are in the articles. And if you're in Notability, when you do that, you can use that little hand feature. And if you tap on it, you can open that link in your default browser. So you have that as kind of one way of going through and doing that as you're going through the article. And I want you to go through and I want you to find some of those different types of evidence in there and go ahead and mark those. And you can use annotations on the side, or you can use different colors of highlighting to do that. When you're all finished, you need to go ahead and turn it back in. You can go ahead and export it this way, and you can put it right into Google Drive and then turn it in like any other assignment that you'd use in Google Drive. Or you can try and get it to go right into the assignment on Classroom. So I can go ahead and hit Share Note down here, and then I can share it to a particular program. So if I use Classroom to do that, it'll load my classrooms, and then as long as you haven't turned something in on that assignment, you should be able to get it right to that assignment and turn it in that way. For me, I don't have access to that, but I could use it to create a new assignment or ask questions or any of those kinds of things. So that's how you get it turned back in. That's how you mark it, and I'll see you next time.